Welcome to Nadia's Kitchen Creations. This week I'm making almond crescents, a perfect holiday or any time of the year treat. For this simple recipe, you'll need 1 cup of butter softened at room temperature. You'll need 3/4 cup of chopped or sliced blanched almonds, 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of icing sugar plus an extra cup to roll the cookies in after they're finished baking, 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour sifted. You don't have to chop your almonds if you get the sliced almonds, but I just chose to chop half of them and leave the other half as they were. And so set those aside and mix the icing sugar. I like to do it by hand, mix it into the butter before bringing out the electric mixer so icing sugar doesn't land everywhere. And you're going to beat that for about 3 minutes until the butter and sugar mixture is light and fluffy. And you're going to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl. And then you're going to go ahead and add the water, the vanilla extract, and the almond extract. And beat that just until it's mixed together, about 30 seconds. Scrape down the side and bottom of the bowl once again. Then you're going to add the flour and the almond just until the flour is incorporated into the mixture. You don't want to beat or overmix this cookie dough. And of course, as always, for the full and printable recipe, you can head on over to nadiadonella.com, my blog, and there are also tons of other recipes on my blog for you to look at while you're there. So then we're going to go ahead and get a piece of plastic wrap or cling film, and we're going to put our almond crescent dough onto that plastic wrap, pressing out any air. And I just like to make it as flat as I can into a evenish disc. And you're going to refrigerate that for between 2 to 3 hours until it is very cold and firm. So after a few hours in the fridge, you can pull it out, and I would take it out for about 15 to 20 minutes. Times will vary because our home temperatures around the world are different. While our almond crescent dough is warming up slightly, you can go ahead and prepare your baking sheet. I just used a sheet of ungreased parchment paper, or you can use a silicone sheet, that would be good as well. And there is no need to grease the baking sheet. When your almond crescent dough is still cold but pliable, moldable, you can go ahead and cut your dough into about 18 to 20 pieces and start rolling them in between the palms of your hand or your fingers into crescent shapes and place them on your cookie sheet. And at this point, if they start getting really warm and start sticking to your hands, you can either use a little bit of flour, or if they are really, really sticky, pop them back in the fridge for another half an hour. And just repeat that until you are finished with your cookie dough. And before you go, I would love it if you would subscribe to Nadia's Kitchen Creations, and don't forget to click that notification button so you know when I upload a brand new video for you. So you want to bake your almond crescents in a preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes, or until they are very lightly browned, and of times will vary by your particular oven. That extra icing that we had, we're going to roll our cookies in that extra icing while they're still hot. But as you can see here, if the cookies are too hot, they will break because they are delicate when they're too hot. So if they're breaking, stop. Wait for another few minutes, but don't let them get cold. And start rolling them, and as you can see, because I waited, they stopped breaking and they were able to take on the icing sugar like they're supposed to. And before you serve them or store them, just make sure that they cool completely on a wire rack. And that is it. That is a very simple but tasty holiday treat. thank you so much for tuning into Nadia's Kitchen Creations. I appreciate you. I appreciate your views, your shares. And please, if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.